so it's Kyosha. I'm back from busy doing plans. So today I wanted to give you an overview of the planner I will be using for 2023. It's a planner from a shop called Digi Sparkles, and I have been using this particular planner since last year. So I did use it all 2020 and it worked out really well for me. So I went ahead and bought the 2023 version. The version I have is the HybridWeeks planner, the extended version, and I am using the earthy color, but she does have a black and white and a rainbow version. Last year in 2022, I actually did use her black and white version, but this year I wanted something different, so I decided to use her earthy kit and do a little bit more color in my life. If you guys don't remember, I don't really do color, so really a lot for me to go ahead and actually use an earthy tone kit, but I like it because it's still very neutral without being rainbow or overpowering. So this is a planner that's based off pretty much the Hobonichi cousins and the Hobonichi Weeks. It has, that's why it's called a hybrid. It's a combination of the two. I did do a Monday start, but she also has a Sunday start as well. So I just want to show you guys sort of what I've set up so far and what it's looking like currently. So as you can see, this is the cover, and then you can go to the home page, and she has a lot of index here and she has the hex codes and the fonts, and she has her website and all of her social medias down here. Now, one thing about me is I don't use everything in the planner. I'm just not somebody who gets overly detailed because I'm very anal about certain things. So I try not to overwhelm myself by getting in all of the details. I won't be using everything in this planner. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, I think that's better. So she has different things. So she has trackers and reflection section. So you have your daily habits, your mood tracker, your medicine, your sleep tracker, and a blank one. And then you have your monthly reflections. What could I change? What I could accomplish, and other. And she has it for every single month of the year, as you can see here. So you can just go through. So then going back, she also has the finances. She has her monthly overview. She has a bill and a debt. She has a savings, and she has an annual review of everything. She has a productivity. She has a list, the Eisenhower version, or you can do the Kanban version. Like I said, I don't use any of these. So I don't use the trackers. I don't use finance, productivity. Sometimes I use the products. I don't use goals. Sometimes I will use the entertainment. I don't use nutrition. I don't use fitness. But this year I might actually use fitness. So if I do, I'll show you guys how I use that. This is an ideal schedule, I believe. So you can write your ideal schedule for your weekly tasks, your monthly tasks, seasonal and annual. I don't use this as either as well. I know you guys like, what do you use in the planner kit? I use some stuff, but I just like what I like. So, and then this is a password. You can put your contacts here, and then you can also put your meetings here. If you do a lot of meetings, you can put your notes here. So then she has her yearly, which is the yearly overview. So the mini calendars, you can do the year at a glance, and then you can do your quarterly year. Now I think you can write goals and stuff there. And then, like I said, she has like empty pages. The grid, I think this is the meeting one. She has the line. She has another meeting one, I guess, and a dot grid, and then a blank for that. And then here's the hex codes, the fonts that she's using in her website. And then you have 4 blank notebooks that you can use for whatever. And I kind of filled this one out. I had some ideas of what I was doing for my content this year. And so that's the same little icons here on the side, gets you to all of those different places in the index as well. Okay, so then going back, what I mostly use is the monthly page. She has a calendar page, and then she has an overview page. I'm actually going to redo and make a template for this page. I haven't finished it yet, but once I finish it, I'll show you what kind of overlay I'll put over this so I can utilize that this year. I didn't utilize it much last year, but I want to utilize it this year, so I'm going to have to doctor that up. And then you'll get a sneak peek of my weekly. So she has one weekly that looks like this. So it looks just like the Hobonichi Cousins, has the side view, and then the weekly thing that fills in. I use this more as a functional section, and then I have a decorative section, which I did an overlay for. So if you see, this is an overlay that I created because I wanted to have a functional section and a decorative section. I love the functional plan and I also love the decorative plan, so I created this. But I will show you what it looks like on a normal basis, which you can click here. So it looks, oh, I already did that one too. My goodness, Kiosha. Oh, this is what it looks like. So this is the reminiscent of the HybridWeeks version. And this is the Hobonichi, the other side is the Hobonichi Cousins version. So that's why it's called a hybrid. And so I never would use this layout. It would just sit blank. And I was like, okay, how can I combine my planners together to be functional and also be decorative? And so I decided to create me an overlay to put on there. So I did create an overlay and I put it in my elements. So if I click here, I'm able to replace this with my overlay, and then I can go ahead and be able to decorative plan with this planner. So that is how I did that. So that's the planner I'm using for the year. I will show you guys, you know, I haven't did any daily planning yet, but I plan on doing daily planning, so I will be able to show you guys that. I don't have anything here, but kind of a little idea of how I'm doing my running to-do list for the week, and then some other little things. But this is what the daily pages look like. She did change this up a little bit, and then she has a timeline, and then she has a blank page. I really would like it if she had 2 dates on one page, because I really don't have an idea of what I'm going to use this side of the page for yet. But we're going to come up with some ideas, do some research, and see what we can figure out. But yes, this is the planner that I am using for the year. It's the DigiSparks Hobonichi. Well, she used to call it the Hobonichi Hybrid, but it's the HybridWeeks planner in the extended version. So I'll make sure I leave a link below. I'm also using an iPad Pro, I think the 5th generation, with the 2nd iPad pencil. So that is the planner that I will be using for 2023, you guys.